Ready! 3, PFB, trust me, God, Downey number 1. Downey.
My favorite part about PHP is the hug. I love that. Okay, so there's a video I want you guys to watch.
It's hard, yes, it's hard. It's simple, yes, right, and it's worth it.
Oh, sorry. Hey, where's my video?
The video's playing.
No.
Is that Will Smith?
Calm down, bro.
I was just watching his Instagram a few
Sorry.
minutes ago.
Oh,
God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us. It's very simple. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it. Period. But the only thing that I see that is distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill together, right, there's two things. You're getting off first, or I'm going to die. I've never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic. You know, while the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working. I want my life, I want my work, my family, I want it to mean something. And it's like, it has, if you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time. There's a certain delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different than what has happened. Confucius said, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. It takes such a desperate, obsessive focus. You really gotta focus with all of your fiber and all of your heart and all of your creativity. First step, before anybody else in the world believes it, is you have to believe it. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. You don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm gonna build the biggest, baddest, greatest wall that's ever been built. You don't start there. You say, I'm gonna lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And you do that every single day, and soon you have a wall.
Wow.
The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, that want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. There's no easy way around it. No matter how talented you are, your talent is going to fail you if you're not skilled. I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent the idea that you really can make. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic? There's a redemptive power that making a choice has, you know, rather than feeling like you're at effect to all the things that are happening. Make a choice. Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. I want to do good. I want the world to be better because I was here.
That's my Fresh Prince from Bel Air.
You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your ability. You got to believe in your service, your company, your I.
I'm gonna need help with this, Daisy. Can you be like bigger for me, please? So, you guys, how many of you guys like the
love what he said about being realistic is going through mediocrity. Then it's like it makes you just, hey, just go and dream and just believe in it and become it eventually. It's like that's so awesome.
Rosa.
No reason to have a plan B when you're sold out to plan A.
Yes.
This is what I believe and I'm willing to die for. Yes.
Oh, mine was the same one.
That, okay.
He who says he can, he who says he can't. I like when he talked about if we get on the treadmill, you're gonna get off first because I'm gonna die on the treadmill.
You guys, I put this video because this is gonna be some real talk in this room, okay? Like every time when I go up, I'm not gonna give you guys a perfect little strategy. Like there is no secret to hitting MD, okay? There is no secret number. There is no secret little recipe for you guys to get MD. It really is work ethic. And I put this video because every time when I had one of our agents run for MD, I laid facts straight. And I tell them, how many hours are you putting into your business? If you're complaining about, oh, I don't get any result, what are you doing to put in the work for you to get the outcome result? Okay, so every time when I would sit down with them, it was kind of like, this is what you guys need to do. One is you have to be sold out until you're going to hit marketing director no matter what. Come heck, hell, like a storm, come whatever. Like you're going to make this shit happen because it's going to happen. Okay, 2, there's no objection. We get so logical and caught up into an objection that people have to us when there is no objection. You have to be completely sold out that this business literally is everything that's going to change their life forever because it changed ours. There is no objection where you can come to me about like, is this like one of those things? What things? Like, what are you talking about? Is there objections? Is like, you know when you're trying to like bring somebody on board, or when you're trying to be in the field and you're trying to get a client, you guys, you're changing families, legacies. You have to be completely convicted and sold out to it, and there's nobody that could come with you with an objection. And you have to just be normal, you know? And then another thing, something else that I always talk about too, is just gonna be like, what are how are you acting? You have to be completely sold out to you're already a broker. Act like a broker. Do you show up? Does your team see you? What are you doing every day on a day-to-day basis? If you have no team, go out there and grow your team, grow a gang, grow an identity. Like you have to be, before you become a marketing director, you have to start like acting like it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That means that before I even became a marketing director, I was acting like a marketing director. Before my agents were marketing directors, they were like the core leadership. They ran the show. If mom and dad were out of the office, they ran it, and the office ran smoothly. If your guys' marketing directors are not in the office, can it operate? Do you have an up and running functioning office? Answer yourselves that. If that's a no, then you know where you need to step up and identify yourself as like, man, what role do I contribute in this office? Does that make sense? Mindset. So your mentality, your mindset has to shift, you guys. Eliminate all the excuses you can possibly think of and be determined and intentional on your outcomes.
Can we hold it for 1 second, please? I'm a little slow with my... It's just I had a code. That's why. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Next.
Announcer versus driver, you guys. This is where I really talk about, like, are you acting like a broker? Are you just announcing that there's BOM? Are you just announcing that there's premium? Are you a promoter? How many of you guys were like, how many of you guys partied? So you guys know what promoting is all about, right? You want to promote your party. You want everybody to attend your party. This is the difference. An announcer is a person who just announces and only says the stuff occasionally. Is not intentional about the subject and isn't vocal about it in the office. Example, kind of like if they were reading a text and say it out loud. There's no emotion or conviction. That's what I mean about pregame, about BOM. Like everything is an event that you're driving. Everything has to be exciting. It can't be something that we're just announcing. We have to be promoting it. We have to be promoting the environment. How do you create a culture and identity in your own business, in your base? Is you have to first start, you have to be promoting it, not just announcing it. Go ahead. A promoter is a fierce promoter is someone who constantly is saying it, not just in BOMs, but all the time. So if you have your upline that's running for SMDs, it's just like, oh, we just talk about it when we sit with her. It has to be something that's humming every day. It's like, hey, what are you contributing? Hey, what's going on? Like every day is just something that's humming. They're vocal about it and call it out in intentions. You guys, you have to be intentional with intentionality. Lo que yo digo en español es con huevos. You know what I mean? Like you have to literally, I'm sorry, like you have to be saying it. All you hear in the office is that, and that becomes the language in the office. Promoting new brokers is a culture of competition because the person who has the most qualifiers is the person who promoted it best. And so that's something that I'm always looking at. Who has the most? Who has the most in pregame? Who has the most in phone zone? Who has the most in BOM? Who has the most guests? That's a business, you guys. This is the business. This is the meets and greets of the business. What are we contributing to that business? Does that make sense?
Yes.
How to drive the team, you guys. First thing is that you have to be sold out to your base shop goal. Okay? Before you even pop out as a broker, you have to first be a big part in your base shop. So are you sold out to your base shop? Then you sell out to your team goal. First it's your upline and then it's you. Be aligned with the company initiatives. If there's something going on in the company, are you aligned with the company? Be obsessed on being 50% of your base shop's numbers. This is like a big one. Like it had to be. Like I didn't think office, I didn't think base shop, I didn't think super base. I thought hierarchy. I thought hierarchy and then we thought company. That's what you have to have here. Because if you want to go to the top, you have to think the top. Initiatives to drive, you guys. You have to get your people promoted at every single level. Every single level. I'm going to tell you why. Because if there's a new person coming in and we're selling them the dream that they're going to make money and that they're gonna make money and they're going to be like the biggest, they're going to make 6 figures within 6 months and you're going to be the top person of this and you're going to be equity corner, but we don't get them there, we're selling a fake ass dream. We're not really helping people. And you have to have that like really right here. When the minute that somebody comes in the front, I know that I'm taking them to the top. And every single person that has followed us, they have hit broker, they have hit director. There hasn't been nothing below that. Never. Your people have to be getting results. It's not about you. It's about the brand newest people that are coming in. They're believing and they're enrolling. They're paying $199. That they're gonna get somewhere because you're gonna get them there. Now is that just something that we're saying because we're nice? Or do we really believe that? Talk about your office goal. It has to matter, you guys. It has to matter. Be obsessed on getting people qualified. Have the most. Everything we do is more urgent, more intense, and more fast. I hope this is helping you guys because I see a lot of serious faces, man.
No,
If you want to see your faces.
No,
The culture. You guys, this is a culture that I breed. The culture, you have to have your own identity. Identity is coming through matters. The identity of being more than 50% of the numbers. Identity is that we breed competitors we can be counted on, and our identity is that we dominate. That's plain and simple. What is your identity? Create a culture that everyone wants to follow and be a part of. Don't wait for someone to start it. You be the initiator. You want changes in your office? You start that. You initiate. You separate. Closeouts, we have massages, potlucks, drinks. Like, closeouts is a party. And you guys are going to know what closeouts looks like. Because I get, like, facial people. I get masseuse. Like, whoever's closing out, man, like, you're getting treated. But closeout with results. And then 7:30. Have you guys done the tailgating? Saturday, 7:30? No? Okay. Let's talk about that. Accountability, you guys. This is a big one when I'm promoting marketing directors. Communication has to be all day, every day. There doesn't go a day that goes by that I don't hear from you. And if I don't hear from you, you're going to get a call where you're getting chewed out. Like, and I mean chewed out. Even if you're a trainee, you don't respond, you get a phone call. And I'm going to tell you guys why you get chewed out. Because it's so crazy how sometimes a person can believe on somebody more than they believe in themselves. It's crazy. And if they could just see a glimpse of whatever it is, like if you guys would see a glimpse of whatever potential that people see in you, like you would be just as urgent. They might be needing a boosting. There has been so many times where they just feel like giving up, and that one call changes everything. It really does. There could literally been like quitting already, throwing in the towel, But because you took the time to give them that calm, that boosting, and lift them up, they're back in the game again. Ask how many appointments are being ran that day. For my full-timers, there's nothing less than 6 appointments being ran a day. You don't have one, go find one. I'm serious. For my part-timers, nothing less than 4 appointments. We're so big on Popeyes. It doesn't have to be a certified field training, none of that. Let's go make something happen. Let's go find you some results. A day result has to be coming in. Every day goes, not weekly. That means that I don't wait for a whole week, like what's your commitment a week? No, it's like a day. What are you bringing in a day? If you don't have a minimum of 2 things coming into your base shop a day, like you have a closed business. Things have to be coming in. Process issues, if not closed by the end of the day. That's a big one. If I have somebody running 6 appointments and they did like 3 RIs and something or whatever they ran, and there was no result, like 0 result, what happened there? What were you saying? We processed. What was their objection? What did you say? I just start there identifying when we start reducing the leaks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Competition. Competition is big, you guys. Compete in your own team and compete in the base shop. How many of you are competitive? Raise your hand. Okay, go back fast. How many of you are competitive? Uh-huh.
You cannot be competitive with yourself.
No, who's really competitive? Okay, please stand up. If you're competitive. All right. Competitive. Okay, more people sit up. Okay. How many of you are FAs? Raise your hand. FA. Okay. Unofficial FAs? Unofficial FAs. Okay. So unofficial, FA, okay. Who's gonna be the first to director? First to director?
Oh, no.
First to director? What makes you so convicted that you're gonna hit it first in all of them?
Because I think that, well, no, I don't think. I know that my drive is getting more every day. And I know that for me, I'm putting in more work than I used to, and it's more than
Okay. How many directors? Directors. What's the hold up for MD? Who's gonna be the first marketing director here?
Right here.
This should be humming every day. What should be happening is should be a walk of all your guys' numbers every single day being updated. Every day your guys' grouping should be blowing up with results and be call out. This shouldn't be a sensitive office. If you're sensitive, like go out. You need motivation, put on YouTube. Like right here, you're here to work, get results. Like there shouldn't be any sensitivity. Why? Because you're here to play, you're here to elevate. And nothing should be personal. Facts are facts. Who had the most in associate account? Like shut up, be quiet, sit down. You know what I mean? You have to have that ruthless, that tenacity, man. Like those, like with everything. And I want you guys.
Huevos.
I want you guys to compete. You guys have to compete. This should be a competing office. There's so much potential that I see here in a day. Like 2 weeks I've been here, 2-3 weeks just observing. Nothing but observing. I haven't even brought my team here. I've just been observing you guys. And one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is that we bring competition. Like some massive competition. You guys have to be ready for the competition. Who are they gonna be competing with? Does that make sense? Yeah. There shouldn't be any insensitivity. This is your house. Yeah. Don't have somebody else coming in here and be like trying to like stir things up, which we will. But make sure that you guys are.
Let them dream, right, Keith?
Make sure that you guys show us what's
Let
up.
them dream.
Make sure to tell us that this is your house, and that's what results. And I want to see a lot of you guys be popping out as marketing directors, and that's all I want to be hearing. Right here is not just announcing, because it's timid how I'm hearing it. It's very timid how it's just like, oh, like no, I'm gonna run for marketing director and I'm gonna knock this out. That's how it has to be with conviction. If you don't have that conviction, you're not gonna wrap it up. You have to believe it. And in your tone, I see that you don't believe it. You have to believe it before you even do it, because then you're not gonna do it.
Not only am I going to be a marketing director, but I'm going to be the first marketing director out of this office.
First marketing director.
Yes.
Let's see. You guys, when I popped out marketing director, I wanted to prove a point. I wanted our super base, I wanted us to be a super base, and I wanted to be SMD. And what did I show my non-marketing directors? That even though I can play too, And I popped out. I was the first marketing director to pop out. Why? Because I wanted to prove a point. Even though you're a performance marketer, I can redo the numbers and first in all of you. And I did it. So you guys have to have that. Like, even if Rosa wanted to like hit the marketing director number, anybody that wanted to do it, they can do it. Be the first. Have that pride. Have that sense of pride. I'm always gonna have it.
I'm gonna be the first.
Be the first, but be it. Don't just say it. Be it. You guys can have a seat. So, competition.
Sorry, Tony. Start saving.
Bring it on, baby.
Keep dreaming, girl.
Saving, Tony.
I'm gonna bring some more pillows for your dreams.
Tony.
So you guys, it gets very ruthless on
Ooh, that's
me,
ugly.
like very, very ruthless. Oh, this is what even if they're full time, I have communication all day. If you're at work, send me numbers and let me work for you. Put me to work, please. Put me to work and use me without you paying me. Yes.
What do you do when they don't answer?
They know they have the answer. Like they know. What would happen if I didn't answer?
Cheat me out.
What would I do though?
Well, you start screaming and like telling me like, okay, if you want to hit empty like Spiro, why don't you answer my phone? Like, you know, if you want to hit empty by yourself, go for it.
You guys, everyone wanted me to do something for them, right? Oh, you want me to do it, but you can answer a phone call, a simple phone call. Figure it out. Not only that, but if I'll get up, like if you're so serious about wrapping it up, but you can't answer one simple phone call, I'm okay with you just texting like I'm working. I can't answer right now. But if I know you're not working and you're just like, I'm assuming the worst. I'm assuming you're bumming it, you're avoiding me. I assume you're being casual, and that's a call out where you get embarrassed in front of your whole base shop. And I put you on blast in front of everybody, where there is no like you're transparent as fuck. I'm just right there. Like I'm serious. So they had to be, even if they were at work, I would constantly be getting numbers and accountability. I would just be getting flooded with numbers, and that's all I would do. I was just working. And they would be hitting it. FA, director, MDs, everything gets knocked out. Whatever it is that they're running for. We make it happen. Why? Because a lot of people are going to be coming in, you guys are the next marketing directors. All of you. So you're going to be bringing a flood of people that are going to be following you. Like really following you. Can you lead those people? Yes.
Yes!
Okay.
What's up with the clown?
Oh, because what was it?
Halloween.
Is that how you yell at them?
Halloween.
Is that how you when she yelled at you?
That's right.
That's what you become when you yell?
Alright. So prospecting in the stores, you guys. I sent them out prospecting. So right here, I would put all the stores that were closing out. Toys R Us was closing, Sears was closing, and Taylor was closing. Everything that I would tell them, okay, you guys, when people are losing their jobs, yeah, you literally just go up to them and say, what is your backup plan?
For 21.
Majority of them don't have a backup plan. They don't. So you literally go, what's next for you? What is your backup plan? Most don't have no. What's the best number where I can contact you? Don't promise you anything. Is it 323, 626? Bam, there's a number. Give it to your MD. Clients. I would literally like have them pull out a report. I'll pull it for them of all the clients I've ever had. People you've sat with before, go in a sheet. People who have never gotten a policy or been in a recruit, go in a sheet. Whichever you have not done, either one you're gonna do. Does that make sense? People who have a term get an IUL, and people who have gotten an IUL get a term. So that sheet, like, hello, like, guess what? Annual review, 36 month review, whatever month it was, review. And we write them up.
Dang.
Okay. No, you skipped something, Daisy. Okay. People, you guys, people. I have a special one right here. It's somebody that's literally going to be wrapping up MD in the next 60 days. She was a 2-year follow-up, and she's sitting right back there.
Stand up.
Miss Miroslava. So, Miroslava, she was a follow-up. She was supporting, right? She supported the business. She didn't want to do it though, but she helped me out. She became a business partner, and she became a client. But those clients that later then, like 30 days later, withdraw their application. That client. But we still still friends. We kept in touch. So I literally was doing an audit in my genealogy. And I was just calling. And back in March, she was telling me that she was kind of getting sick. She came into the office and she wanted to actually apply for her life insurance. And so we looked into it because she wanted to be approved before she even gets severe, right? So I told her, like, hey, what about PHP? I just started, it was something casual. But I had the whole intention, if I wouldn't have followed up with her, I would have had her in here. 30 days later, she became a director. The other 30 days, she promoted 2 FAs and 2 associates, and now she's on the run for marketing director. You guys, go to your genealogy, because even if it wasn't for them then, that was then. Doesn't mean it's not for them now. Circumstances change and life changes. Things happen. Follow up with your people. There's a reason why they paid that $199 to begin with. Wait, I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
So collect an application, or you get a top 25 and they get a free lunch. Take a gift with you and say you're thinking about them. Let them talk about them for the majority of the time, because people love to talk about themselves. Okay, so literally it's something casual. I'm not just getting on the phone and talking to them about PHP. I usually take them out to eat. I talk with them. We network. Majority of the time, they just give me a top 25 of the clientele. I have a lot of friends that are entrepreneurs. They do facials, they do masseuse, like they do their own thing. But we help each other out. I bring them in on my closeouts and I help them out with business. I hire them and they help me out in exchange where they're giving me business. They give me clientele. They give me people that are seeking an opportunity. So even though if your friends don't want to support, doesn't mean you guys can't work together. Keep that door open always. Next. So, closeout mentality. You guys, closeout is not just at the end of the month. Closeout is every single week and every single day. Closeout should be every day. You drive your downline's promotions, you drive your promotions, have a quota to meet at the end of the day, eliminate any limiting belief possible, and increase your confidence. Have urgency and keep moving. Make lists and obsess on Popeyes. That's something that I'm very big on. I don't care if it's a certified field training. I don't care about anything. Just go sit down in front of somebody and get a result. Be very urgent and intentional on things. Ideas. Take gifts to them when popping by, because if you're coming to my house and I'm opening the door and you have nothing in your hand, I'm closing the door on you. Like, what do you want? What are you trying to tell me? So I take cookies. I take cookies, wine. Yeah, I'm very big on wine. Always take something with you when sitting down with a client. They will see it very thoughtful, you guys. Give them a thank you card. If you close a policy, this is something that has increased our placement so much. So if I collect an application, I make sure to take the trainee a picture with them. Why? Because it makes them feel very proud on what they just applied for. Like, we take a picture, it's like, oh, we're gonna send. Sometimes they were like, oh, can you send it to me? And I sent them the picture. Do Popeyes at Starbucks, at Wix, at the parks, you name it. You be creative, you guys. This business is all about creativity. Be super creative. This is a Popeye script that we use. This is very big. Like, all my agents, this is all they do, just Popeye script. It doesn't have to be a certified field trainee, no. Go and sit in front of everybody and anybody.
Wait, hold on.
They get it.
Next. Is that it?
Uh-huh.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay, got it.
Okay, show up and be creative. You guys, sometimes these people, when we get majority of the activity, it's not even in the calendar. It's not even booked. I go and I create it. Lancaster, I drive to Victorville, I drive to Lancaster, even if I have nothing going on. I pop by in their house, in a trainee's house. And I sit down with them, we have lunch. I bring lunch, obviously, right? I always bring like food. I sit with them, and we start brainstorming, we start creating the activity. I had put them here because in Victorville, we have some guy, David. And when I was on my way, like, he had nothing going on. I told him, David, I'm driving out. I'm going to be there in like an hour and a half. You have to have something for me, ready. Because I'm not going to drive over there for nothing. I'm going to bring you food. We're going to strategize. But something has to happen. He already knows she's coming down, like something's going to happen. So what did he have? He had his brother, he had his parents, and he had his tia that were right there. And I literally did a BMP right there. I got the brother started, and I got his family protected. Wow. And his dad, his mom and dad joined to support him and for him to get in a 40% contract right there.
Wow.
That was Lancaster. Victorville, I drive out. I have an associate out there. She runs her own. She's a masseuse, and she also has she does PHP, so she does both in her business. And when I went out there, she had nothing either. She wasn't even expecting me. I got there and I told her, I'm like, how many agents are out there right now? And she told me it was just her. I'm like, how many can you get people right there by the time I get there in 2 hours? So and she gave me like 2 or 3. I'm like, can you get 10? And she's like, I could get 10. I'm like, perfect. I'll be there in 2 hours. We get there. I think like we promoted like 3 associates right there. You guys, things happen when you're convicted, and if they believe that things are gonna happen, you have to put the pressure. Don't be scared to put a little pressure. They need that little pressure. They need that little boost. Sometimes you guys need that little boost, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to give it, because we're not afraid to give it.
You
Next.
look like you're not afraid.
No. So, success is never owned, it is rented, and rent is due every single day. You guys, that is my time.